What happened?
I got a tip off to look at BCSO's accounts, and my fucking head is spinning.
I just got off the phone from Princess, and it sounds like they pulled a bunch of money out.
Yeah, nearly $3 million in 24 hours, and the only comment they have on there is BCSO budget request fulfilled, and it's like 10 requests all in rapid succession to everyone in the all the clicky people.
Shut up.
Including one that got it. Like, it was like, I can see one where they list out we're reimbursing you for the cost of a Taurus and a Scout and parts for it.
No.
And then like 10 minutes later, sending another several $100,000 to the exact same person with just a blank BCSO budget request fulfilled after they just reimbursed them for parts and cars and shit.
Yeah, brother, what the fuck? One would argue, given the recent changes and the very public changes that are taking place, one could say this is embezzlement 101.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have any fucking, I have to prove what they're using the money for, and unfortunately, they're not telling us what the money's for. They're just blanket shelling that shit out.
Well,
I don't think I can do this myself. I think Blaine County would have to do it, but Blaine County needs to issue a TRO against them to be like, hey, we need a request for a temporary restraining order to stop them from using this in the emergency while we figure this shit out. That's what a TRO is for, is, hey, emergency stop. It is not unreasonable to put an emergency hold on this and put a temporary restraining order until we figure this shit out
like
and
a
get our
writ.
ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
But man, I was talking to this with Michael earlier today, and I was like, man, in a perfect world for me, the whole fine income thing, I see that getting a 50-50 split. Reactivate account 1.
Agreed.
Make it a state account, and install a state treasurer department. It can be a whole little mini department of accountants. The state treasury department, 50-50 split. 50% of fines go to the county that processes it. 50% of it goes to the state account. And then the state treasury department can divide that out between EMS, doctors, SASM, DOC,
that's
judges.
exactly what we're planning to do. That is actually on our priority list. And
the 50% of the county needs to go to the county account, not to the police department.
Yes. I want my chief, I think Princess with their sheriff, they should come in and say, we need this money for these things. Well, kind of what we did with the marshals just now when we send you the 2.5. Because it's otherwise when Soze and I talked about this, it was literally because we wanted to create more budget conversation. I don't think we expected it to turn into a gang account.
Yeah. I mean,
so
the payouts for their money, for their salary, their hourly pay comes out of the county tax account, not the PD's account.
Exactly.
So why shouldn't the fines that reimburse it go to the fucking tax account where it comes out of? Because it's literally
100%.
just they're getting free money at this point. This is their free extra spending money, and they're abusing it.
Yep. And this was a big part of that conversation we did have with Princess, is it makes it so that they don't need the people because they get their guns to shoot people and, fulfill their, fantasies. Right. Yep. So there is no accountability because there is no function by which the people can hold the PD accountable because they get the money by just throwing them in a prison. Right.
Yeah, and this is why I'm looking at the map right now, and I see there is 3 BCSO in Blaine County, and they're being escorted by an LSPD. There's a SASM. There's an LSPD. There's another LSPD. There's another LSPD. And everybody else is currently south of Vinewood. So there's more LSPD in Blaine County right now than BCSO.
Well, I think Turner and I think LSPD has turned into a fantastic. They've got a lot of issues still, right? But it's at least a police force.
I'm leaking.
Wait, what happened?
I'm gonna leak something. I'm gonna leak it. This is gonna get me in trouble, but I'm gonna leak it.
Okay.
Oh my god, please let me use my phone.
What is that?
That's Mirror Park. It's West Mirror Drive.
Is there a call there?
No, I think somebody owns a house there.
Brother, you need to take a photograph.
I did. I just sent it to you.
No, I mean like what they're doing and everyone that's there.
Fly a drone over to it.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
so I'm looking at it from a grander perspective. They're currently using, they're currently clocked in doing private business.
Nino, that department is a sham.
Yo. Yeah.
It's not the Blaine County Sheriff's Department. These bitches can't show up.
That is so crazy.
Just meanwhile, this meanwhile, by the way, yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. Wow.
Man, I don't know. I'm at a loss what to do because, like, I can only go after criminal shit and like corruption and impeachments and ACRs and stuff.
Well, that's where this new sheriff comes up, right? Which hopefully turns that sort of thing around. And this is why the way to look at it is like this, right? It's not just this moment. It's all the many, many, many moments over the last 9 months that have indicated that, that there is that, unfortunately, and there's probably good people in that circle, right? But when you get in enough of a circle where there is a voice that says, we are our own county and our own authority, and we are owed money for arresting and putting people in jail, and no one will hold us accountable. That's how you end up in this situation, and why someone who is about San Andreas as a whole needs to be in a position to resolve this, right? Because unfortunately the vibes in BCSO are never should be the highest priority. It's about the vibes of the whole, you know what I mean? And that's the problem. It's gang mental.
The vibes of the fucking town. A lot of them don't even know Mayhem is back in
I believe it. It's funny you mentioned that. I brought them up yesterday when people were asking me like, oh, everyone's so cool with BCSO. I'm like, huh? Like in Blaine County, they're cool. I'm like, Chaos Legion is probably 50-50, but like, have you talking to Mayhem? Have you talking to, did y'all ever talk to C4? C4, transparently, most of Polito, including like 90% of those houses, they wanted me to fix Blaine for them. Obviously, I didn't.
Now I live in their headquarters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is true, actually. That was Sonia's place, no?
Yeah, the Flamingo house.
Yeah.
That's my house now.
When you say, I'm not sure what to do, I think what you're doing right now is what needs to happen. And that there isn't, for example, anything wrong with, like, I'll spitball. You file an ACR, as an example, at the lowest hanging fruit. You don't even need criminal. ACR is mandatory. You file an ACR and use it as a discovery tool, right? And in that ACR, you're like, what was this money? And as part of that ACR, you demand through like legal means to produce the evidence of what it was for. right? Like, so if it's like vehicle parts and this and that, the question comes up, why are you doing it now during the election? Did you know you're getting replaced? How did your thing go? Now all of a sudden you're opening the door via that discovery for things like embezzlement. On the flip side, if let's say, because if you're doing things honestly, you're not going to be afraid. If let's say they start lying about it, they get in trouble. If they don't, if they, you get what I'm saying? Like that's the angle, in my opinion, is.
Yeah, I'm doing my part of advising Princess of my observations. I feel bad because she's like, what do I do? And I'm like, I can't tell you what to do. That's a political position you have to take. I can't use my influence as the SASM director to tell you what to do.
But I think
then it could come across wrong if I'm telling her what actions to take and she takes those actions, you know? The optics of that would be terrible.
I would agree, but one would argue, is this not would investigating what's going on right now with these funds and while being clocked in doing politics or whatever the fuck is happening in the house, is that not a SASM matter?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it
who knows? It
depends
could
on how they're authorizing them. I mean, they could literally be authorizing themselves to use their pay. They're like, oh yeah, we're on official business right now. We're having a quorum meeting, and it's like, oh, God
yeah, make them come in and, hey, how you doing, guys? Could I get 5
Howdy,
minutes,
how you
please?
doing?
Very good, very good.
No worries.
I do
You know what I mean?
apologize.
It's
I'm
like
on the
the,
phone at the moment.
No, you're all right.
I would say
these
that
are the kind of people that literally would just be like, yeah, here's your answer to it. We were on official business having a meeting.
Well, it's the beauty of interrogation and defense, right? While it is true that they may come up with a reason, that is the beauty of deposing. Because I think whether you're a deposition or whether you're prosecution or whether you're defense, a great tactic for getting the truth out, and I use this on a daily basis.
There you go.
A lot of people don't pick up on this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys.
No problem.
Is I will ask separate parties the same question. And sometimes I'll get, oh man, Nino, you must be dumb. How do you not remember the answer? Oh, I remember the answer. The reason why I'm asking different people without letting them know that I've spoken to the other is because that's how you start to line up what the actual truth is. And you can catch people lying that way, right? And that same strategy can be utilized when it comes to things like this, right? So as an example, one party says, oh, we did it for this. Another party says, oh yeah, we had a meeting on Wednesday for buying cupcakes. And then someone else, they're deposed. Oh yeah, no, we authorized this for new guns, right? The misinformation ends up causing a slip up. And eventually one of them ends up ending. Or even a worst case scenario, they see it coming and they pre-cook a like an alibi. The thing is, this is San Andreas. Motherfuckers don't do alibis well. It's they'll create more evidence along the way.
Yeah, I found it in a dumpster, Nino.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. God, I gotta find the attack vector for this. All right. We can do this. God, fucking.
Hey.
Fuck these dudes.
No,
I have to remain unbiased. I'm sorry. I have to remain unbiased.
Questions are the best way, right? Ask questions,
why they're a fucking
depose.
department in the first place.
Not wrong. Anyways, Barrett, I gotta cook, but like I said, yes, the bank stuff is gonna change. Yes, it's a short-term hurt, but we're evolving things forward, and I agree with you. Budget should be appropriated. If anything, these actions today, it's $2.5 million. You know what I look at as? Evidence for why the counties need to manage the PD budgets.
That's not wrong at all. Fucking not wrong. All right, man.
All right.
Don't overcook. Don't get burned.
No. I'm full-blown energy now. All right.
All right.
Take care. Bye. Man, holy fuck, chat. I was not expecting today to be spicy. Shit. Oh, let me call Edgar. I want to go troll some more while this is happening. Poor princess, man.
Yeah.
I do believe that you alerting me about what happened in Mirror Park is reasonable as they're in my county, and that is a waste of taxpayer money and concerning.
Well, yeah.
Obviously, I don't know what's going on, but I do believe that I do think Princess should be alerted and asked, do you know what's happening? Because
I'm probably gonna.
Yeah. I think she needs to know. I actually feel fucking horrible for her. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be straight with you, and this is as a mayor, and I'm gonna let Princess know too. I think I'm gonna have to reposition some of our tanks right now strategically. I am worried that the way that they're acting, that if she throws a crazy sheriff, like changes sheriffs, that they're gonna lash out. And I might actually have to enact that role that we have in the marshal office.
Oh my God, you're not wrong.
Because that's one of our authorities is to
Holy
immediately pull the authority of one of the other county
brother.
departments.
I didn't even think about that.
I've already.
They may try to do something.
And I've already. I don't really regularly notify you all of this, but I do have 2 tanks strategically relocated right now. They're not at the marshal office.
Oh my God, brother. Oh my. You don't think? I mean, look, they did threaten that they're going to just quit. Mason Dixie did hunt mother. I mean, we don't know how cooked these people are.
Yeah. I'm honestly having a plan for the worst right now.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Like, I'm sitting here thinking about this. I'm like, fuck, I do have that power does lie within the state marshal's office.
Yeah. It's better safe than sorry.
If it comes down to it. I'm just going to be prepared for it.
Yeah.
But let me call Princess and let her know, just because, like I said, mayors, I'm going to let y'all know where state strategies are.
Yeah, 1,000%. I understand it. Last thing we need is people in government entities getting hurt over all this.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Barrett. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Bye.
It's a fucking Blaine. They're sending them. Jesus fucking Christ.